everyone, my name's Jamie. Welcome to F45 Thursday's Resistance Training. Today we have a series of 12 different exercises. We are going to need dumbbells for today, so go ahead and grab some dumbbells if you don't have them. We have 4 pods. In each pod, you're going to do 3 laps through that pod before moving on to the next one. We'll do a quick little hydration break in between. It'll be 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. I'm going to go ahead and demo everything, and then we'll go through that warm-up. All right, your first one here with our dumbbells, you guys have a good morning. So you're going to take those dumbbells, you're going to rack them on your shoulders. You can either hold one on either shoulder or one in just one in front of you in good morning. So the point of a good morning is to have them close to your upper body. Next one is a dumbbell glute bridge. You're going to hold it up at the top, and then you're going to do a chest press and knee lift at the same time. Because we have 3 sets, on our last set, we'll switch at the halfway point. Next one is a sumo squat. Holding onto our dumbbells, you can either hold 1 really low, and you're going to do a 4-0-1 tempo. So you're going to take 4 counts on the way down, and then back up a little bit quicker. Number 4, you guys have in a plank position, a dumbbell row to kick back. So row, that's your row. Kick back, elbow will stay high for that kick back, and then you'll switch over to the other side, repeating the same thing. Number 5, you guys have a dumbbell static lunge. So holding on 2 dumbbells in either hand, you're going to put your feet 1 foot in front of the other, and we're just going to go up and down in that static lunge. Again, just like we said before, there's 3 sets. So you'll do 1 set on one leg, the other set on the other leg, and then we'll do the halfway point for the last one. Number 6, you guys have heel reaches or penguins. You can either just reach for your feet, or you can push your dumbbells across your floor, or if they're lighter, maybe you can pick them up. Mine aren't too light. Number 7 here, you guys have a dumbbell row, underhand grip, so palms are going to be forward, and you're just going to row, pulling and feeling that pinch between your shoulder blades. Number 8, you guys have a dumbbell lateral lunge, so your dumbbells are going to go on either side of your bent leg as you step laterally. Number 9, you guys have a push-up to a wide climber, so hit your push-up. No dumbbells needed here. A wide climber on either leg. You can always drop to your knees for that push-up. Come up to your toes, and wide climber. Going on to number 9. That was number 9, so we're going to go on to number 10. With your dumbbell, you guys have a squat with a pulse at the bottom. So you're going to bring it low, 1 pulse, and then squeeze your glutes on the way up. Number 11 is going to be a curl to reverse press. So here's your curl. Palms will stay towards you, and press it up for that reverse press. And our last one here, number 12, is a Russian twist. So holding onto your dumbbells, you're going to try and pick those feet up off the ground. You can always keep your feet on the ground as a modification, and Russian twist. Those are all of them. We're going to go ahead and get started with a warm-up here. So everyone on your feet, let's go ahead and do some jumping jacks. Nice and light on your toes. I hope you guys have a water for today. It is a good resistance day, working all of our muscles, a good variation of movements. There's quite a few dynamic ones in there too. All right, shuffle those feet and open those hips. Shuffle those feet again, staying light on your toes for that shuffle. All right, bring your feet a little bit wider. We're going to go side to side here, sitting a little bit lower, feeling that stretch throughout our groin, maybe a little bit into your glutes, your hamstrings. Walk your hands forward. Let's do some mountain climbers. Pull those knees into your chest, raising our heart rate a little bit right here. Shoulders are going to stay over those wrists. Hips are down. Light on the toes in the back. All right, step wide from that hand, then step back and press your hips up for downward dog. Wide and step back. Let's do one more on either side, and then we're going to flip it over onto our back, and we're going to do the roll and reach. So flip over onto your back, roll back, and reach forward. Reach as far forward as you can. You want to feel a little bit of a stretch in that low body. You shouldn't feel too much of a stretch in your back, It's not what we're targeting here. So just go low as you can. All right, on your back, we're going to twist those knees side to side. So now you might feel a little bit of a stretch in your low back, but I want the twist more so to come from your upper thoracic cavity, so your rib cage. Think about the twist coming from there. All right, we're going to go up onto our feet, and we're going to twist it out, and then we're going to end with some squat jumps, and then we'll get into our workout. So twist it out here. The reason why we do this one is so you can feel that stretch through your pectoral, your chest as you're twisting away. It causes a little bit of stretch and tension, still going through a dynamic format. All right, squat jumps here. Come on, let's do 2 more. 1 and 2. Nice job, everyone. All right, we're going to get started here in just 10 seconds. We're going to grab our dumbbells, and we're going to do good mornings. You're going to hear the beep as we go through this, so grab onto your dumbbells, either one on either shoulder. Either one on either shoulder, like I'm doing here, or you can hold a single dumbbell and hold it in front of your chest. Good mornings are super important. You're going to have a slight bend in your knees and squeeze your glutes as you move through it. So when you come to the bottom, you're going to feel a little bit of tension on those hamstrings. Then you're going to squeeze your glutes to pull yourself back up to the top. It's about your glutes, not your back. Your back should be supported by engaging your core. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. There's that rest period for you. So as you can see, we have 20 seconds of rest between each one. 40, 40, 20 is our timing. We're going to go into that second one here. So we're going to do a glute bridge hold with a single leg lift and a chest press. So hips are high. I have my dumbbell in one hand, and I'm going to lift the opposite leg for a crunch as I press. So if you want to switch halfway and never worry about which arm you're doing this time and which arm you're doing next time, you guys can switch in 3, 2, and 1, or you can stay on the same side. I'll call it out every time for this one, the switch. Or you can stay on the same side and next time do the other arm. And then the last time you can do the switch halfway. You guys are almost there, just 5 seconds left. Keep those hips a little bit higher. Drive through your heels, pick them up, and rest. All right, and our third exercise here is with our dumbbell. You guys have a sumo squat. 4 counts on the way down. You'll hold at the bottom for 0 seconds, so just down and up, and then 1 second up. All right, we get started in 3, 2, and 1. 4 seconds on the way down, 4 counts, 3 and 4, and then back up, squeeze your glutes. Yes. Chest is high, shoulders are back, chin is forward. Take your time on the way down, and then squeeze your glutes as you come up to the top. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, we're going to post this later. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, I want you guys to check out what we're doing at studio. So we are doing parking lot workouts right now. We put all of our equipment outside, kind of crazy if you think about it. And we deliver workouts just as we would inside, but outdoors. There's lots of cleaning that goes on in between, social distancing, time, all kinds of stuff. All right, we're going to go back to the top because this is pod base. So grab onto your dumbbells, bring them up to your shoulders, and back to that first exercise, which was good mornings. Today we have 4 pods that we'll be moving through. In 3, 2, and 1. Here we are. Good mornings, guys. Slight bend in those knees, hinge the hips, and then squeeze your butt on the way up. Remember, if 2 dumbbells is a little bit awkward for you, or maybe you have something heavier, you can hold it at your chest, moving through that same motion. Feel the tension at the bottom. Squeeze your glutes as you come back up. YouTube channelers watching this, I also want you to look at the link in the bio. If you click on that, it will bring you to some of the other stuff that we have going on. Right there will redirect you. Get a good idea. If you guys didn't know, on August 8th, 2020, we will be offering a free community day event in Northville, rest here, and we will be partnering with Nourish Northville. So they are a local smoothie place. They'll be giving out free smoothies, and we will be doing a free workout. So I hope that you guys can make it at 7:30 on Saturday, August 8th. All right, next one here, hold that glute bridge high, opposite leg, opposite arm. You have that single leg lift, or crunch, you could call it, with a single arm chest press. I'm gonna call it that halfway again, so you guys can switch at the halfway point. Keep going, drive those hips a little bit higher, don't let them fall down. You wanna try and have that flat hip, maintain those flat hips. Here's your halfway, if you wanna switch arms. Bring those hips a little bit higher. Your chest press should go right up to the ceiling. Bring it down, light tap, and then bring it right back up. So if you didn't notice, this is actually a decline chest press. Rest, rest. All right, last one here. So we're back on our feet. We have that sumo tempo. So you're gonna go down for 4 and then back up for 1 count. Feet are gonna be wide, slightly turned out, and we're gonna think about squeezing our glutes here. We start in just 3, 2, and 1. Here we are. Wide on the way down. I went way too fast. 4 counts, guys. Sometimes you get excited and then forget what you're doing. If your weights are a little bit lighter at home, you can always hold 2 dumbbells for this one instead of 1. There's always options. I know what we have at home is a little bit limited. One of our members was using paint cans. He was getting very creative. He wanted to get a little bit more weight behind him. So he grabbed some paint cans that he had laying around. Luckily, he had 2 that were unopened, so the same weight. Almost there, guys. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, we're back to the top. We have one more lap through this first pod. It's going to start with those good mornings, just as we did. You can either hold it here or like this. You guys can grab water anytime that you need today as well. All right, 5 seconds before we begin. Grab onto what you need. Hips are feet width distance. Hinge at your hips, you're gonna stick your butt out and back to keep that low back nice and flat. If you have any rounding in that low back, it's gonna cause some pain and tension in the low back. We're focusing on our hamstrings and glutes with this movement. Nothing with the low back. If you feel pain in your low back, it's not right. Never wanna feel pain in that low back. Squeeze your glutes as you come back up. Your glutes are actually pulling and lifting you back to a standing position. It's less about anything else, all about the glutes. Hamstrings feel the tension at the bottom, then squeeze it right back up. Last 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, on our back we go. This is our last set here. So remember, we're gonna lift the opposite arm, opposite leg for that chest press glute bridge. I'll tell everyone the halfway, just as I've been. So listen for that. It's your last time doing this one. On our back, we start in just 5. So go ahead and pick those hips up. Decide which arm and leg you're gonna do. Here we are. Crunch and press. Also for that glute bridge, I wanna make sure that the foot that's staying stable, your stable foot pressing into the ground, it's rooted with all 4 corners of your foot, but it's also not too close to your hips and not too far away. You guys are at the halfway point, so go ahead and switch arms. Keep lifting that leg as you press that arm up. Pick those hips up, don't let them fall. Hopefully you guys have music on, so you're not just listening to me talk. Almost there, guys, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we are. Back on your feet, you guys know what we have. Last time with those sumo squat tempos, 4 counts on the way down, and then 1 count on the way back up. You guys can either hold 1 or 2 dumbbells, depending on your weight. We're gonna begin in 3, 2, 1. Wide stance, feet slightly turned out. Drop those hips towards the floor, and then squeeze on the way up. 4 counts down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and squeeze. Chest is still high. A huge common mistake I see when people are doing this one, they allow the dumbbell to pull them forward when you want to actually pull your shoulders, roll your shoulders back, pull your shoulder blades down the back. 4 counts. Nice and slow. And squeeze. Last 7, 6, We get a hydration break after this, rest. Your hydration break's for 45 seconds here, so grab what you need in those 45 seconds. Our next pod, again, is 3 movements. We have a dumbbell plank row to kick back. So I like to do it with 1 dumbbell. You can always have 2 dumbbells and keep your hand on it for your row to kick back, and then just switch arms. I like to put it in the middle and do a row to kick back, and then just switch that way. Number 2 in this pod is going to be a dumbbell static lunge. I know, working those legs again. 1 foot front, 1 foot back. And you're going to go up and down with that pulse. And our last one is going to be on our back, working our core. We start in just 5 seconds, so find a plank. You guys have a row, elbow high, kick back. Row, elbow high. Elbow will stay just as high for that kickback. I want to make sure, too, you're engaging your core so much that your hips don't wobble. A lot of times as you see this movement, when it's done, people open up their hips. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. They pick up a hand, their hips tilt. This is their row in their kickback. And then it's not really working their core. They're just stacking their body for stabilization. So hips stay low. Shoulder over the wrist, core is engaged, rest. 20 seconds here, and we're going to go on to our next one. So 1 dumbbell in either hand. You're going to find yourself in a lunge position. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. I will tell you the halfway point if you want to switch at your halfway. Here we are. Also for this one, you want to make sure your feet aren't in an exact line. If they're too close together, too narrow of a stance, and not hip width, you're going to have trouble balancing. So widen those feet. You should be able to fit like 2 fists between the width of those feet. Chest stays high. Shoulders are back. Don't let those dumbbells pull you forward. Control the weight. Up and down. And you're aiming for 90 degrees in the front leg and the back leg. Oh, I didn't tell you halfway, so we have 8 seconds and we're gonna stick it out on this leg together, unless you already switched. Nice job, guys. 3, 2, and 1. All right, on your back, we have those penguins. So for penguins, there's a few options. No matter what you do, you're gonna pick up your shoulder blades off the ground, and you're gonna reach for your feet, okay? Another option, you can pick up your weights and reach, or you can push them on the ground. So you have 3 options here for the same movement. Go ahead and pick and choose what you prefer here. So you should not only just feel this in your upper abs because you're lifting your shoulders. So lifting your shoulders targets the upper abs, but now we're going side to side, so now we're engaging our obliques too as we lean and push. You guys have 15 more seconds here. Keep working through it. I know the core is a tough one. You can always just tap those heels as an option. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, guys. All right, we're back to the top. That was our first lap through. We have 2 more laps. And if you remember what we did, we were in that plank position for a row to a kickback. All right, in 3, 2, and 1. Here we are. So just after you worked that core, now we hold a plank, and we're going to work our core a little bit more. You can feel now if those muscles are engaged for this plank row kickback. Don't let those hips open. Keep them parallel to the floor, even if that means going to your knees. If you are on your knees, though, I don't want your hips to be back like in a table position. I want you to find that plank still. So hips are forward, row, to kick back. You can always stay on those toes. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, team. All right, we go into that static lunge. Hopefully you remember what foot you did the first time. I had my foot closest to you if this helps you. So now I'm going to put the other foot in front. We start in just 5. I'm going to try and call it halfway, but no guarantees with this one, I guess. Here we are. Wider stance, so when you're at your base, tight core. When you're at your bottom, you still have a strong base, a nice, stable base. And then you also want your feet front to back distance further apart. So when you are at the bottom of your lunge again, you also have the 90-degree in the front leg and the back. Oh, I missed your halfway. Keep thinking about those shoulders too here. Pull those shoulders back. Don't let them round you forward. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I think I have a hard time telling you guys the halfway because if I look around, I'm all over. I lose my balance. All right, penguins, guys, on your back. Working our core. Remember, it's not just about our upper abs here. We're also working our obliques. So really crunch up and then reach as far as you can. So I'm going to crunch up and round through my upper body to target my upper abs and then reach for those toes as far as you can. There you go. You got it, guys. Keep going. Come on. Reach lower, reach lower. Keep lifting. Maybe you're doing one of the variations with dumbbells. That's fine too. You got it. Last 7, keep lifting. 5, 4, reach. 3, 2, and 1. All right, last time with your dumbbell or dumbbells, no matter, or depending on how you're doing this one. You guys have that row to kick back. So back into our plank position. Last time through, right here. We start in 5. We get a hydration break after this lap. Isn't that nice? I always look forward to those. And then we get a whole new set of exercises. Move into a new pod, a new set of 3. Hips are low, core's engaged. There you go, team. Make sure that shoulder stays over the wrists. Hips stay parallel, up on your toes in the back. And remember, we're not sitting back into our heels. Push yourself forward. Last 2 and 1. All right, with your dumbbells, now I have to tell you the halfway point, because if I don't, we'll be uneven. So choose whatever foot you want for this static lunge. I'll give you that 20-second. My very best 20 seconds here. We start in 3, 2, and 1. Have your weights up and down. Same foot in front. Core is tight. You guys have 8 seconds until we switch legs. Keeping that chest high. And switch. Allow it to be a quick switch here. Find your balance. Core's engaged. Hit your 90 and then squeeze on the way up. 5 seconds. You want to get one more in, nice and low. Come back up. And time. Nice job. We did it. We went that halfway. Penguins, guys, on your back. Last time with these penguins, and then we have our hydration break. And then we're halfway through this workout. Nice work, guys. All right, we start in just 5. If you want to challenge yourself, I encourage it, highly encourage. Grab your weights. Let's try. Lift and round. Now reach, pushing that weight and pulling it back. Your arms should stay straight, so it's your obliques that are actually pushing the weight, not your arms. Obliques. Reach a little bit further for those shoes, as far as you can. Twist a little bit further. Keep those shoulder blades off the ground. Lift and round. 15 seconds. Nice work, team. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 45-second hydration break. We're going into our next pod here. So pod 3, you guys have a bent over row, underhand grip. So palms are going to be forward. And you are going to do your bent over row. I want you to think about feeling the pinch between your shoulder blades. Number 8, another set of legs. You guys have a lateral lunge. Dumbbell will go on either side of that leg, sending your hips back as you move through it. And our last one is going to be a push-up to a wide climber. So no dumbbells needed. You have one push-up. And then a wide climb on either leg. 1 push-up, 1 wide climb on either leg. We still have another 5 seconds before we get started, but you're gonna need your dumbbells. Palms forward, slight bend in the knees. You wanna have an athletic stance, hinge of the hips, and row. Feel the pinch between your shoulder blades. You guys should have a little sweat going on. I know I do. Keep working. Keep working. You're going to breathe through it, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Every movement that you do, especially strength days, should follow a breath pattern. Your muscles need oxygen to work. A lot of times people hold their breath when they're doing strength because they're like, oh, it's so hard, I forgot to breathe. But how are your muscles going to contract without oxygen? And rest. Second one here is going to be a lateral lunge. Holding onto your dumbbells, wide step, you're going to have 1 on either side. For a lateral lunge, it's so important. I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see. People lateral lunge like this, you really have to stick your hips out. Stick your hips out so you can get into that squat. You're thinking about this leg and the importance of it. Here we are, we're doing it. Okay, so if you're here, that's not good for your knee or your ankle. So with your dumbbells, 1 on either side, sit back into that lateral lunge. Stick your butt out, no one's looking. Keep your core tight. 15 seconds. And it's not so much about dropping that chest. Chest is gonna stay high. You're not gonna round in those shoulders. You're gonna keep those shoulders protracted down your back. Roll those shoulders back. Last 4, 2, 1. All right, guys, 1 push-up, 1 wide climber on either side. This one has a lot of push-ups, so we're gonna get through it together, okay? This is probably our toughest pod right here. We start in 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1 push-up here. Then pull that knee wide on both sides. Then again, 1 push-up. You can always do it on your knees. And then up to your toes. Wide, wide. Or the other option here is push up down on your toes and up on your knees. That's like an in-between modification between them. A lot of times people have no problem with the down, but the up is the challenge. If you are doing it on your toes down and knees up, I want you to think about keeping that core tight. If you feel lower back pain, you might be too low, or your hips might be too high. There should be no lower back pain here. So find that happy medium. It might be hard to find that happy medium, but find it because that's gonna be best for your body. All right, we're back to the top now. So you guys know what to do. Grab your dumbbells, reverse grip, row. Not so bad, right? 3, 2, and 1. Here we are. Your gaze should be slightly in front of you. Slight bend in the knees, hinge of the hips. Core is engaged to support that low back. And feel the pinch and squeeze between those shoulder blades. Pinch and squeeze. If your legs are locked out right now, you have a lot of tension on those hamstrings, so find a little bit of bend. There doesn't have to be a huge hinge at the hips either. And then those dumbbells, you should be pulling to belly button height. Not any lower, not any higher. That's your goal as you pull and squeeze. And rest. Lateral lunge, just as we talked about the first time, sending those hips back. If you guys didn't notice, we are all about form here. You guys are crushing it, but it's like not a good workout. There's no point. There's no real true benefit if we're not doing it with good form. All right, here we go. Lateral lunge. Send those hips back. You got it. Get a little bit lower. Chest is going to stay high. There you go. Keep it up, keep it up. Sit low, explosive push off the leg that was bent. That's what's gonna get you back up to the top. So lateral, big push. Lateral, big push. 10 seconds. You're definitely gonna feel your heart raise a little bit with this lower body movement. Getting those legs involved. Rest. All right, guys, push up, wide climber on either side. This is our second lap through. One more lap after this, and then one more pod. Bring it down to that plank position. Remember we talked about our low back. If your hips are too low, you're gonna feel pain in your low back. If your hips are too high, you're gonna feel pain in your low back. So think about that perfect form. If you can find that perfect position without any pain, here we go. That's what you're aiming for. Push up, one wide climber on either side. As you do that wide climber, I want you to feel the crunch on the side of your body, your obliques. Now I want you to elongate your spine. Don't let that chin drop. Elongate, keep looking in front of you for that push-up, and then pull. You can always do modifications. Remember your mod, you can go down on your toes, up on your knees, back to your toes for those wide climbers. Last 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Nice work, guys. One more lap through. You already know, grab your dumbbells, palms forward, reverse grip, bent over row. You guys get a hydration break after this lap, and then we are almost there, guys. This is the worst of them, this pod right here. If we can get through it, we can do the rest. Palms forward, hinge at the hips, feet are shoulder width, slight bend in the knees, pinch and squeeze between those shoulder blades. Gaze is slightly in front of you. Breathing through it. Keep squeezing that core to support the low back. You have it. Last 12 seconds. You can do anything for 12. Lift and squeeze. Control on the way down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, nice work. All right, you guys, lateral lunges. You already know sticking the hips out is key to this one. Breathe through it if you need to here. In through your nose. Out through your mouth, grab water. I know I feel like I need it, especially after these lower bodies and push-ups. Here we go. Lateral, send them back. Guys, we are almost done with this workout. Less than 10 minutes, you guys have come so far. We are 3/4 of the, well, almost. Almost 3/4 of the way done. You guys are in that home stretch. Remember, it's not about the chest dropping forward, it's about the hips sitting back. 12 seconds. 12 seconds up there. Keep the core tight to support low back. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Push up wide climber. All right, 10 seconds up there of this rest. Enjoy it while you can. We have 10 minutes left of the entire workout. That's not bad because we also have a hydration break in there. All right, 1 push-up, 1 climber. On either leg, pull, pull, yeah. Make sure those elbows are going back. You don't want your elbows coming forward. In the bottom of that push-up, I don't even want to do it like that because I know it's not good. Elbows point slightly behind you. Last 12 seconds. Last 8. You got time. 5 and 3. Time. I guess I was a little off. 45 seconds, guys. Grab that water if you need. We're going into our last one. You guys have a dumbbell squat with a pulse, so holding on to your dumbbell. You're gonna bring it low. You're gonna squat and pulse and bring it back up. Next one is a dumbbell curl, and then reverse press. Your palms are gonna stay facing the direction they are at the top of your curl, and you're gonna press it up. And then our last one will be on our bottom, a dumbbell Russian twist, either with 1 dumbbell or 2, twisting it out. You guys have another 10 seconds before we get started, and remember, we're getting started with that squat. So you can either hold it like this or like this. So feet are gonna be just outside those shoulders. Squeeze and come back up. You have a pulse at the bottom. I was a little confused. I'm thinking of the tempo one we did earlier where we went down slow and came up quick. But this one does have a pulse. Squat, pulse, bring it high. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Squeeze as you're coming up. It's not just at the top only that you squeeze your glutes. It's the whole way up. Your glutes should be activating to support that squat. Yes. Keep going. 7, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, so that's the first one. That's our first new movement. Our next one with 2 dumbbells, a curl to a reverse grip press. This will be our second movement. Curl to press right here, okay? Start in 3, 2, 1. Palms are reversed on that press. Even though we're working our upper body, I want you to think about that low body. Start with that athletic stance. Feet are shoulder width, slight bend in the knees, and engage the core. By doing that, you're now able to isolate those upper body muscles, so it's less of a whipping action, allowing your whole body to be involved. It also helps protect your body from injury. Last 7, keep going. Press those palms up. Palms are backwards on that press. In 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Last one here. Last new one. Dumbbell Russian twist, either with 1 dumbbell or 2, depending on what you have at home as your weight. You're going to twist it out. Either feet are going to be off the ground, on the ground. Maybe you pick 1 foot up at a time. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All together. Lean it back. Maybe you pick your feet up so they're in line with your knees. Maybe they're a little bit lower. You can put them on the ground. Maybe you pick 1 foot up for about 5 or 6 reps, and then you switch and pick the other one up. Wherever you are in this is perfectly fine, as long as you're finding yourself challenged throughout this workout. 12 seconds. Keep twisting. Keep twisting. Bring it lower. 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, back to the top. You guys already know. You guys have 1 dumbbell or 2. You have that squat with a pulse. Lap 2 of 3. You guys are close. We're all really close. Crushing this workout, I promise. And I hope you guys have some really good jams going right now. Good music, workout vibe. Here we go. Squat low, add a pulse, and come back up. Now let's put 2 pulses. Squat low and 2 pulses. And this time, you have it. You already have it. Go into 3. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze up. 4. We're going to increase that number each time, really squeezing as we lift, targeting those legs, letting those legs burn out here. We are almost done, so we're going to push a little bit harder. Last 12 seconds. Squeeze. Chest is still high. Don't forget your form. Last 5. In 3, 2, and 1. Good work. 2 dumbbells needed. We have that curl to reverse press. If that's a little bit much, this isn't a reverse press, but you can always hold the ends of 1 dumbbell, just because everyone has some different things going on at home. You never know. We're going to be able to reach out to whatever you have. Here we go. Curl and press. Keep that core engaged as you move through this. Athletic stance, slight bend in those knees. Isolate those upper body muscles. This is an upper body movement, upper body exercise. No reason for any lower body movement at all. I don't know if you guys have done a Z press with us before, where you sit against the wall and do a press up, but those are so hard because we completely isolate the upper body. Same thing is what we're going for here, and rest. All right, Russian twist, guys. On your bottom, bring it low for me. But our feet are going to be high, right? Your feet are going to be real high, off the ground. Maybe you hold 2 dumbbells this time. I don't even know how we do it. Maybe you hold them like this, nice and close. Here we go. Twist, twist, twist. "30 seconds left here. Sit up tall. Maybe you drop those heels for a few seconds. Then you pick them back up, or you just pick up 1 You have it, 18. Final stretch, then one more lap. You guys are so close. I feel like the workout goes by so fast when you do 3 laps through of the movements. Because then it's like, oh, like we just already went through 1 lap and I almost am there. Nice job. All right, back to the top, which means we have that squat with a pulse. So grab your weights or wait. Hold it high. We're going to do the same thing we did before. If you remember that pulse number you got to, you can work your way down the pyramid. If you don't, we'll start from the bottom, okay? Start with 1 pulse. Here we are. Squat down, 1 pulse. Squat back up. Now 2. Now 3. And up. Yes, yes, yes. Squeeze all the way up. Sit back into those hips. Just as I talked about with that lateral lunge, you want to send your hips behind you. If you bend forward with those knees, not good. Keep going on those pulses. See how high you can get with that number. Last 8. And 5, 4, 3, 2, time. Woo, I'm happy those ones are done. Work those legs for sure. All right, grab your weights, curl to reverse press. You guys have 2 more sets here. That's 80 seconds of work or 1:20 of work left. We start in 5, palms forward for that curl. 2, 1, athletic stance, curl and press. Try and keep those palms back as you press. Your shoulder rotation might not allow for it, so maybe there's a slight turn at the top, but try and keep them behind you. Your gaze should be slightly in front of you. Don't look down at your toes because look what happened to my spine and my shoulders. Everything's pulled up. Almost there, 15 seconds. Let's get a few more reps. This is the last push of the upper body because remember, all we have left is core. Work those arms. On that curl, make sure your elbows in a low body, your side body aren't touching. Isolate the arms, rest. All right, on your bottom, Russian twist here. Feet are gonna be lifted off the ground, twisting side to side. Start in just 10 seconds. Final 40 seconds here. You guys have been awesome. Remember, YouTubers, click that link at the bottom and go. Click the link at the bottom here in our bio, and you guys can see all about what we have. We're doing parking lot workouts currently where we pull all of our equipment out. So if you don't have equipment at home, that's okay. We have all of it here. We have a 2-week free trial you can join us for. Also on August 8th, 2020, we're partnering with Nourish Northville, which is the local smoothie and tea place, for our free community workout. Keep going here. Don't drop those feet for the Russian twist. And they'll be giving free smoothies, and we'll be doing a workout there at 7:30 in the morning. 5 seconds, keep going, keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time. Nice work, everyone. Way to get through it with me today. Also, in addition to our 2-week free trial and Nourish Northville, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We have tons of events going on all the time, and we would love for you to join. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.